Last time on the Strings of Fate podcast.
But why don't we talk about business? Now that my loyal companion is here, and one of my beloved underlings, a sickening voice, the long dark hair of Gary Gladstone. There's a little sign in front of it. It says, surrendered and looking to go to a good home. There's a small little, really tiny black cat in there.
Lidara gravitates towards the cat.
The one, it looks like we found you a home. Here we are. And there's a little ding in your head. A connection made from a sending stone far off in the temple. Renair's voice is a little weak and a little very silent, but very overflowing with desire to see you. And you follow that sort of cloaked blue arm up to the face. And for a moment, you see Ezra. No. Auna. No. Neither. There is a massive hand on his shoulder. We're not to be late, boy. As he turns to look at his father. Eyes focus on the hilt of a dagger. At its base, roses form from metal, wrapped in worn leather. A dull crystal embedded where the blade turns to handle. The dagger rests in hands just as worn. Hands that have seen violence firsthand, sometimes as the source. Auna doesn't know the story behind it, but to him it doesn't matter. It's meant for her. His twin has walked off, the world becoming dizzying, a spell filling his mind with after images of the Witchwood and its horrid guardian. You sort of stumble through into a bathroom, making your way where you can see the mirrors and the sinks, and in the mirror you can still see them, just bloodshot, blinking, twitching. You have to blink your eyes a couple times before they disappear from your sight once more. How are you doing, Ezra?
Ezra would probably take some water and try to splash it on his face and look down at his arm, but he's feeling real sick. It's real nauseating.
You splash water on your face, blinking your eyes. You can see that kind of blurring of the vision when the light is a little too bright and leaving these kind of after images of everything where you can still kind of see the shape of them, but they're not there. They're there, but they're not. And it's horrifying to think about. It takes you a while to sort of regain your composure, your thoughts. And eventually, the headache subsides. The vision clears. Then you are just left with knowledge, knowing the right turns and how to travel across the Witchwood Forest. That creature you'll need to face to gain entry to the circus tent. But decisions for another time. As you sort of stand there now with your composure slightly regained, what do you do?
I'll probably go out and find Auna.
As you kind of are walking out, you just bump shoulders with someone that's walking in kind of a similar state to you are, like a very older man, sort of smothered in this noble clothing. He's just kind of seething a little bit under his breath as you bump into him. He's just like,
can I see
mumbling.
like what his deal is? Like, is he like mumbling under his breath?
Make an insight check.
13.
It's easy to tell that something has got this old man shaken, and he's mumbling under his breath. And at first, as you bump into him, he just kind of like scoffs a bit, and then you hear him sort of whisper to him, like, insolent. And then as he's like making his way into the bathroom, you can just hear him mumbling and it's him. As he's going further in. And you're like, oh, whoa. it's a little bit like terrifying. Doesn't look super strong, but he's also, it's definitely unsettling after everything you've already experienced. But make your way out. Auna's where you left him, sitting in the booth that once housed two very prominent enemies to your party. And he's just sort of sitting, dagger in his hand, just sort of staring at it. As you kind of approach, he just kind of shifts the dagger out of sight. Says, you all right? You feeling okay?
Honestly, no. But I don't know how much you figured out from the conversation, but that was the infamous Garrick Landstone. He's the person responsible for a lot of things. But most notably, the one who killed Lidara's family.
Auna sort of takes a deep breath.
Lidara and Dresden, that's why they bond so much, is he was the one responsible. He's also the leader of a warlock guild that I'm in.
Auna actually turns and looks up at you, and his eyes are cold for a moment as he looks at this. What do you mean?
Well, back in Cineath, I decided to join this guild. He was trying to force Lidara to become a warlock. So I took her place. And it gave me more power, I guess. for, our goals, but it was either me or her.
This expression. He just looks away for a moment. That sort of sharp look, dulling. If I had known before the conversation.
That's why I didn't tell you.
The way he talked to us. As if we were just allies to him. As if he felt comfortable. He wasn't scared. He was toying with us.
Dresden and I were both part of it. And part of it is that he can basically see what we're doing at all times. Did Auna see the eyes when they appeared?
It didn't seem like you did, no.
There's eyes on my arm.
No looks. There's a kind of shock across his face. He sort of grits his teeth.
So as much as I don't want to play his little games, most of the time we don't have much of a choice.
We should tell her.
Not here.
That man hurt her.
Yeah.
Her family.
And what is she gonna kill him right here in this Coliseum? You think it's a good idea in front of all the merriment?
I have half a mind to do so myself.
Yeah, we all do. He's fucked all of us up. Especially Lidara. But I can't tell her here. If she knows, if Dresden knows, if either of them know, I'll tell her. But they're not ready. We can't take him down here like this. Also, I believe him. What he was saying about the merriment and their plans with us.
Auna just sort of stares ahead, sort of holding his quarterstaff and just tightening the grip. You can hear the wood itself just as he releases. I'll keep quiet about it then. But I won't lie to her.
I won't lie to her either. Hopefully she doesn't ask, hey, did you guys run to Garrick? But I also think that we should go check out the lead that Garrick gave us.
The lead? What do you mean?
He showed me this tent, and he said that we could figure out the ferryman's identity, and it's going to help us. I think we should go check it out.
Okay.
But
gather
just
the others.
us.
You sort of cut each other off a bit. Just us. I
just don't want to get everyone involved. if this is a trap, it's gonna suck if we're all there.
No, thinks for a moment. I agree. I don't want to put them in danger.
They can just come back and enjoy the race, and we'll be back before the race is even over. I know exactly how to get there, and it's us. We're smart and capable.
We are. Because I sort of look. We've weathered worse.
Yeah, it's not gonna kill us. It's gonna be the thing that kills us, right?
Please.
Right?
Stop talking.
Did you say that?
We'll just go and we'll check it out. We don't have to put ourselves in danger, but we just got to check it out, and then we'll head back before the race is over.
Okay, I'll go with you. Aona sort of stands up. Shall we?
I think if Azrim would probably tell DeVille he was leaving.
Okay, if you'd like to.
Yeah, he'd just be like, excuse me, sorry to interrupt the race.
You make your way there,
He's not
and
doing
as you
anything.
get back to the booth, like DeVille is like leaned forward, like he's just like eating popcorn. Like, it's like, my God, it's horrifying. Hey, Azrim.
How's the race going?
It's bad. It's very bad. There's so much pain and danger around every corner that it seems as though that whoever is in control of the course can manipulate it at will in order to create obstacles for the races. And some of these are just brutal. The creatures that they... My goodness, how does this even work?
Is it possible that the person doing that could have some sort of grudge against a team and put them at a disadvantage by putting obstacles in front of them?
Oh, yeah, God, I hope not. If this is them working without any disadvantage towards a certain team, I'd really hate to see it if they did have it out for a single team, because the things they're summoning are nigh on death traps.
Great.
Hey, do you need anything?
No, I was just letting you know that Aona and I are gonna go hit the town for a little bit. We'll be back.
All right. Do you do you need me to come with you, or I know I want to watch, but could stretch my legs.
I think we should be fine.
All right then. Well, you know how to contact me if you need anything. Says he holds up his necklace. Don't get into any trouble, and
Yeah.
I
That
was
one.
yeah, I won't.
and be back here within an hour or two, so that they may be divvying us up to rooms and such, and then we may have a chance to, I don't know, meet with some more people here once the race is nearing its conclusion.
Sounds good.
Are you all right? You seem a bit nervous.
Yeah. No, I just yeah, I'm fine.
Make a deception check. Please.
Please.
Try a little harder next time, Ezra.
25.
Oh my God.
Oh, all right then. Well, I suppose today is a bit of there's a lot going on. Take your mind off of things. Don't watch the race anymore. And you kind of look up at the screen, and you can see that, current standings, Geronimo Johnson's in the lead, masked rider, right behind him. Isaac and the Little Sluggies have completely been wiped out. And by wiped out, I mean, he's on a stretcher.
No.
Missing some extremities, so which is not great, but which is not very good from what you can see.
Jesus.
This race is going on through this sort of rainforest course, as DeVille sort of looks up and says, I'm probably going to walk around in a second and go stare out into the horizon and just cleanse my eyes
DeVille's
of
gonna need
everything I've seen so
therapy.
far. Anyways,
Yeah, don't don't stress yourself out too much and stay safe.
Safe. I feel like I'm quite safe here, but all right. I'll have Chester looking out for me.
Yeah. He's got it strapped.
All right. Have fun.
Bye.
You make your way over. Aona kind of doesn't say anything, just kind of goes and says, Aona, okay, bye. Aona just kind of just like a small wave.
I'm assuming Azram and Alan would probably switch back into their normal clothes.
Yeah, you would have done that beforehand. Yes.
Yeah.
You begin to make your way out, and sort of behind your back, Aona just kind of slips the dagger into his bag without saying anything. You feel that chill wash over you again. This sort of wind. As Aona's kind of lost in thought, and then just kind of his head perks up a little bit, and then just kind of shakes it off. As we cut across at the same time that this is happening in the Witchwood Market. Lidara, you look upward as you had reached over, pretending to grab something in front of this figure just to get a better look at them. And you see a face that is so similar to your companion, scarred over the eye, long, straight, white and blue hair that's tied backwards. And behind him, towering over, you see a massive behemoth of a man, hidden under a cloak, most of his clothes also covered by a cloak. And you can just make out features on his face. It's chiseled square, with intense blue eyes and long, flowing sapphire hair that just kind of lightly drifts underneath the cloak. And he has one massive hand on the Adjnor's shoulder. As he kind of reiterates, "Boy, do not dally in this market." The figure just kind of smirks slightly and looks up and says, "Yes, Father." There is no emotion in his eyes. He just turns and begins to follow this towards the Colosseum. What do you do?
Meanwhile, Vincent's picking flowers for Renair. It's just like, ooh, happy day.
Lidar is currently wide-eyed, kind of a little frozen. But as she notices them walking towards the Colosseum, she kind of shakes out of it and is like, "Vincent, we should really get back soon."
What? What?
I just think that we should probably go, and kind of gives Vincent like a wide-eyed look, like trust me.
Is everything all right?
For now, yes, everything is all right.
Something. He kind of looks around.
Make a perception check, Vincent.
Um, 7.
7?
Yeah.
You don't peek anything super out of the ordinary, though. The general vibe you get is that the crowd, there's something going on. The crowd is a little bit more hushed tones than usual. And there's a lot of whispers kind of going around.
Interesting. All right. Let me just pay for this and we can go back.
All right. And she kind of keeps her gaze on the path, because just watching their step, every step that they make towards the Colosseum.
I just like throw a silver and
Yeah.
take whatever flowers
the
are in my
person
hand.
there behind the counter, like a fauna person.
I'm like, so sorry. Here you go.
Sort of deer legs and horns. They're like, oh, that's no problem. Thank you. And you kind of pay as you are watching this pathway that this person carves through the market. You see that people are parting the way for this person, just unconsciously. Their eyes are focused, and yet there are some that can't bear to look and some that can't look away as this person just...
We're rushing back, and I'm like, I like lean down. I'm like, what is happening? What's going on?
I may have I think I just saw Azrim's father.
What? He stops.
Dresden also says, what? What
We
are
just need to get back. We need to get back.
Where is he?
Heading towards the Colosseum right now.
Yeah, you can still
we-
see him. Yeah, he's unless you're going a different path, he's walking down the same like thoroughfare area of the stalls. Like you can, there's several different rows and alleys, of course, but you know.
If we see him, and then I'll be like, we should go a different way.
Yeah, I just take the fastest way away from him, but to get to the Colosseum.
You all, make a perception check as you're walking to see if you can keep eyes on him. He's not in any rush as he just kind of makes his way,
He's shopping.
walking through.
12.
26.
Damn.
26. Okay. You are able to sort of cut around him, going through a different row of the market, making your way through the thoroughfare. You are watching his procession as he makes his way through, and you can feel this kind of breeze starting to kick up in the Witchwood Market that wasn't previously there. You see sort of stumbling out of a tavern tent that is there. You see a sort of rough and tough looking man who's completely sloshed, just kind of like drinking, laughing, and then just kind of bumps like his back into him.
No.
And as he does, it doesn't phase this figure at all. In fact, the man who bumps into him just almost immediately falls to the ground.
He's gonna
as he
break
just
his
kinda
legs.
What the
I don't know.
Hey, buddy.
No.
You kind of knocked me. Hey, I'm talking to you. And he's just he kind of puts a hand on his back, and you sort of see him just kind of stop. It's more like it. Like, come here. Let me look at your face. Come. He's trying to turn him, and he kind of just walks around in front of him and looks up. You see him kind of back down for a moment. It's like, as this tall, hooded figure just looks down at him. Sorry, I think I bumped into someone else. It was a mistake on my part. My mistake. As he kind of turns around, immediately kind of sobering up. You see the more lithe figure, the other air genasi, just kind of look upward, a smirk kind of go across their face, and then he just kind of extends an arm out, and this chain flies from his sleeve just and wraps around his arms. Oh, gosh! And wrenches it backwards as he's thrown to the ground. And the air genasi just kind of gets up next to him, still holding the chain, sort of reeling him in, and then kind of going into a crouch and saying, "Oh, you lesser creatures are so bold, aren't you?" He said, please, I didn't mean anything by it. It's just, and he's sort of pulled backwards a little bit. Said, "Oh no! Where is that tenacity that you had before. I'd like to see it again.
It's a lot.
And
You're in public.
everyone is just kind of like whispering as they're watching the scene, and no one is intervening. The merriment just kind of look
This guy
on.
did it to himself.
And you can hear this sort of pained expression from this person on the ground as the chains kind of tighten until eventually, "You're wasting your time, boy. Stand." And immediately the Genasi just sort of stands to his feet, says, "This one is not worth a second thought." As he begins to walk away, the chains release. The Genasi says, "Oh, what a shame." They begin walking forward as the figure on the ground sort of begins to stand up and is like, holding his arm before he's like,
Oh, come on. No, that's fucked.
and hits the ground,
Damn.
just suffocating, holding his throat, gasping for air.
Come on.
And they walk on.
We've got to keep going.
Fucked and twisted.
Okay, where are you all headed?
Back to where we were with
Straight up.
Yeah, just straight up.
Whenever we're out of earshot of people, I'm just gonna lean back down and be like, should we tell them? I mean, if they're coming,
I don't know.
do you think they know that they're here?
If we tell them, they are going to.
You're so right. I don't want to
can't-
see what that would look like.
They're not ready yet.
No, they're not. They're gonna
They
just
have
get
to
killed.
wait. Oh God.
How are we gonna get them out of here then?
I don't know.
What lie are we gonna tell?
Maybe we can talk to Deville. Deville can probably.
Are we gonna tell DeVille about it?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, all right. Then maybe we pull him aside and tell him and see what he thinks.
As long as they don't interact.
Yeah.
And
It's for the best.
it should be fine. Oh God.
Eventually, after some time of making your way through the pathways that these crowds are the crowd's actually probably thinned out by now, as most people are in the Coliseum, but there's still people that linger and go back and forth between the market and the Coliseum as you do. You eventually make your way to the entrance. I'd say it's about here where you, Azram and Aona, all catch each other right in the middle as you are heading out and they're heading back in.
What a crazy coincidence.
Hey yo, it's Michaela. What's good? Welcome to the Frick Frackin' Break. Thank you guys so much for joining us for episode 53 of the Strings of Fate podcast. Isn't that crazy? I hope that you guys are enjoying the episode because I enjoyed playing it and editing it. It was a lot of fun. Let me know what you think of the episode in the comments or in that hashtag softpod because I check it a lot and I like reading what people think. I know you may be thinking, where the frick frack is Christian? Sorry, I don't know if I can curse on the break, so I'm just gonna play it a little safe. Where the frickin' fruit is Christian? And all I have to say is the last text I got from him said, ate some food on the forever stairs, thought it was free to anybody, turns out it was an offering. Whoops. But honestly, it's Christian, so he'll probably figure it out and he'll probably be back for the next break. But maybe he'll get me again. Okay, sorry. Anyway, the giveaway this week. This week's giveaway is for all my Lightning Star song lovers out there because we are giving away not one, not two, but 3 Lightning Star song decals. And I am so excited, and I hope you guys are excited too. If you would like to enter the giveaway, as always, go onto our social media to find out more. A winner will be chosen next week at some point. I don't know. That's not my job. But speaking of our giveaway, you know who our giveaway is sponsored by? Do you know? Have you guys heard about Dungeon Depths? Dungeon Depths, the supplies, quality gaming supplies with character. It is bonkers over there. You need to go check out at shopdungeondebts.com and check out some of the things that is going on over there, because we got dice trays, we got clothes, and it is freaking hip. So go over to Shop Dungeon Depths and use code SOFTPOD at checkout, and you'll get 10% off just for listening to this podcast. I know it seems too good to be true, but it is. So go to shopdungeondepths.com and check it out. And speaking of some ways to show support, did you know that the best way to directly support the Strings of Fate podcast is by checking out our Patreon? Over on our Patreon, we try to give bonus content, clips, bloopers, sometimes even other stuff. We get art. We get a lot of stuff over there. Honestly, whenever we're just feeling it, we just throw things up there. So if you want to be part of the fun, go to our Patreon and check it out. And maybe you'll find something you like. And if you do, I could read your name in the break, or Christian could. It's probably actually more likely to be Christian, but there is a very slight possibility that it could be me. And if you are Cherry, Katie, Rowan, or Elliot, just know that you were the chosen ones to be in my break, not Christians. Speaking of people who I think are really cool and neat, have you guys joined our community Discord yet? Do you ever sit around thinking, man, I've watched 53 episodes of this Strings of Fate podcast, and all I want to do is to be able to talk to someone about it. Well, do I have the frick in place for you? Because in our community Discord, not only are we having a live watch as this episode is airing right now in the show spoilers chat that you could be a part of if you joined our Discord, we have so many other things you can do in there. We have channels for streaming, for talking about the show, for fan art, fan fiction, all the fan related things you could ever want. We have arts and crafts channels. We have channels for other media, for anime, for K-pop, for chatting, for selfies, for everything you could possibly want. We even have a pick crew channel. If you've ever been like, you know how many times I've used that pick crew channel? I've been like, God, I really need to find one. And then I go and it's there. We have it in this Strings of Fate community Discord. And you could have it too. And all you have to do is join and make some friends. You know, it's a win-win situation. So if you're interested in that, the links are somewhere on our social media and a link tree in the bio somewhere. But that's all that I have for the break this week. I hope you guys enjoyed the break. I'm probably going to edit in some cool, funky music because I think that would be fun and fresh. But I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the episode and have a great day. Bye.
You all see each other from sort of across the crowd at first. Auna and Azram, what are you trying to do first as you see Lidara, Vincent, and Dresden?
Is there any way he would have noticed them before?
Yeah, you can make a perception check to see if you would have noticed them before.
I'm gonna also make a perception check.
Was it 2?
25.
Nice.
You notice them. You notice them before they notice you.
Lidara would probably try to rush over, but
Do they look like they're leaving?
They
Yeah,
look
what do they
like
look like?
they definitely look like they're heading
leaving?
out of the Coliseum.
Oh shit.
Okay.
We gotta
Okay.
stop them.
I would probably try and see what direction the beefy man went, and then make sure that
Did he ever say he was beefy?
he's a behemoth of a man.
I did say he was beefy. I did mention.
I didn't know we were just
I did mention legs and arms the size of tree trunks.
Whoa.
Wait.
So did I lie?
He's kind of huge.
So I would probably see wherever he went and make sure, run up to them and...
They can't run into each other.
Yeah, no, absolutely not. Hey guys, what are you doing?
You heading out?
Yeah, we're gonna go shopping,
That's a bad idea.
Where are you going?
walking around. Why?
I was just wondering. But you're heading out.
Yeah, I'm heading out.
Okay.
There's a really big fight. It's really nasty.
I look
There's,
at Vincent and I'm like,
It was really bad. You don't want to see it. There's like a dead body. It's starting to smell. You should probably go out to a different exit. Probably that one would be the best. I point as far away. I'm like, yeah, we just came in from it, so.
Yeah, there's one main pathway that goes back to the Witchwood Market. There are most likely a couple side routes as well, but nothing that's too like, hey, go this way. There's not many other places to go here.
I'm like, you really just don't want to go the direction we came from. It was really bad.
it's nothing too crazy, but honestly, there was a bit of a hold up back there. So as long as you guys take a different route, honestly, it shouldn't be as backed up. Lidara looks at this point. She looks calm.
Vincent's holding it together too.
Aslan would be like,
You both make a deception check.
Absolutely.
Because
me?
no, these two, and then I mean you can as well too because you also lied. Alana is the one making an insight check on you two, and he actually has pretty good insight.
22.
22. Yeah.
Shit.
Anna's gonna read your ass like a book.
Yeah, he is. 8.
8.
Damn.
As Auna kind of catches that there's a panic tone in your voice, he sort of, in his head, starts to wonder what you already know as he kind of grips his bag tighter. He shakes his head, says, "Is everything okay? Are you sure?"
Yeah, mostly.
She smiles at them and she's like, "Yes, everything's fine. Don't worry. Just
Vincent's got
stay
his
safe and have fun."
His little headphones on. He's like, I got these. They're nice.
Oh, I did get something. And you guys see the cat.
Oh my.
Oh my god.
Do you want a pet?
Yes. Azram holds it.
They're beautiful.
Thank you. I haven't named her yet, but still thinking about
You
it.
should name her Azram.
Lidara looks at him and she's like, I already have one Azram in my life. I think that's enough.
What about Az?
As?
This can be Azram. You can be Azram too. The second one.
Why do I have to be the second one?
Priorities.
First one.
Not in my eyes.
Oh.
So I'm still thinking of a name, but we were just up doing that and shopping. Oh, actually we ran into the man that I stole the bag from way
Which
back
bag?
when.
Oh, yeah.
For Doc. Yeah. We also saw Doc.
Oh, Doc Barry?
Doc Barry. Yeah.
He was in the
that's great.
elevator with us.
Yeah, he
Same
was.
thing with Crumbly.
Yeah,
Oh,
Grumbly was here
wow.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
small world.
A lot of people gathering today.
I have no
Yeah.
reference for any of
Lidara kind of like
Yeah, a lot of
Lidara's
people.
eyes kind of go wide and like she looks away for a second, but then she's like, huh, yeah, a lot of people.
We Deville told us to be back in an hour, so we're gonna head out so we can get most of our time.
What'd you get on your deception check?
18.
Can I roll and say?
Sure.
That's a 14 plus 9.
Damn.
You be lying.
What do I
he's being shady.
Are you being
about it.
sneaky? Are you being
There's some
a little sneaky?
sneakiness. They're both
Vincent
hiding
narrows
something
his
from each other.
eyes.
Anyway, I'm gonna go, guys. See ya.
Do you...
Where are you going?
I literally just told you we're going shopping.
Oh, all right. Just
Sure.
stay safe, have fun.
Okay, Mom.
Oh my God. She rolled her eyes.
In a little bit.
Here's the thing I'm running into is that the way that this pathway works, there's no good way to avoid the collision of these two figures unless you were to distract Azra.
Really?
There's no
Are you
side
shitting me?
exits because it's literally like Coliseum pathway Witchwood Market. There's nothing behind the Coliseum or to the sides of it except for like the stalls around here.
Can I look around and see where he is?
From here,
Yeah.
You zoomed ahead pretty quickly.
Uh-huh.
You probably can't see him from here,
Oh,
but
God.
if you go ahead and make a perception check after above a certain amount, so you have to roll above you can't just reliable talent it.
Why is this getting you go away? But I can't use
You can use reliable talent,
Oh, okay.
but the
But
DC to
it's
see him
still-
is higher than
It's
that.
higher than that, so a 20 doesn't even matter.
A 20 is enough to tell that he's still probably making his way, like way back there, like still the same direction this way.
Okay.
So it's complete chance on if they're going to run into each other or not, but they're heading the same direction. If Azram is going
Okay.
shopping like he says he is.
Like he says he is. Lidara would probably see a booth that's nearby or something like that, or like see something and be like, oh, actually, really quick, I wanted to show you this. And like we'll pull them just to like a one booth.
Which way does Azram know he needs to go?
You do need to head towards the Witchwood Market. It's just that eventually on that path you need to cut out and like go into the Witchwood itself. So you'll make your like halfway down the path that connects the Witchwood Market to the Coliseum, and
Can he
you don't know where
tell
he is,
like
but-
how far it is from here? Like how much time it's gonna take to get there and back? Did Derek like give us like a ETA?
ETA is that, if you follow the correct path, it would only take like an hour to get there and then an hour to get back. But if you follow the path, but that doesn't account for what blocks you from getting there. But
Yeah, we'll say that Lidar pulls them over, and that there's like a booth with like wooden, like someone making like wooden sculptures and stuff like that. And there's like a lion, and Lidar is like, look, see, I saw these trinkets, and I thought they were really cool.
Sneak away a little bit.
sure, yeah. And you see
Towards the
this.
front.
Oh, sorry. Continue.
I was just gonna sneak away towards the front.
You see there's like a little gnomish man who's sitting there like whittling away at it. He's got these huge thick like Coke bottle glasses and like this pointed hat, and he's like, oh, someone's actually interested in my sculptures? Oh my goodness. Well, welcome. Come on in. Please take a look at my stall.
Yeah. See, I saw this one, and I thought of you, and yeah, I thought they were really cool.
The lion is pretty cute.
You want it? I mean, I can discount it for you if you really want it. Things haven't been selling too well. Turns out that sporting events isn't really where people want to pick up little sculptures. He says he's kind of like whittling away at this.
Sure.
I think it's a nice talent.
Oh, okay. Yeah, all right. Usually I'd put it around like 5 silver, but for you, I'll do it like 3 silver. How about that?
Sure.
Yeah, that sounds great. As you are sneaking away, Vincent, you make your way to the front.
I will disguise myself using disguise self. I'm gonna look like Azram, but different.
Azram, but like off-brand.
Yeah,
Like-
just a little bit
the great
different.
value Azram.
Like if you look close enough, you'd know that it wasn't Azram, but at a glance, you would go, So that in a cloak,
Interesting. Okay.
and then I'm going to try to catch their attention as they're walking in. The two.
You begin to make your way sort of down the path, trying to catch them. You can still see that the crowds are still there, but they're not as dense as before. And then eventually you can see sort of off, probably like a quarter mile ahead of you or so, maybe less. You can see that figure making his way. And you can see now that on either side, he has merriment members. They're just kind of like walking with him towards the Coliseum.
Oh, fucking hell.
Okay.
What's your move?
I'm gonna walk down the path
Okay.
in the middle of it, where people are parting.
You begin to walk down the path towards this procession of people, getting closer. Closer you can see that figure towering above the other merriment members, above the other air genasi, being led actually by what looks to be another one of those merriment members with the colorful masks, this one being this sort of yellow mask, sort of walking forward.
As the crowd is parting, I will like kind of step to the side, but I'm trying to be seen.
Make a performance check.
Ooh, don't mind if I do.
Yes. A performance check, please.
27.
Oh, nice.
You kind of, at this point, are making a way to where you're getting closer. You're not like next to them, but you're still like a good, like, maybe like 50 or so feet in front of them.
Mm-hmm.
And you just kind of subtly, but not so subtly, duck into the crowd, letting the cloak kind of expose part of your face as you kind of submerge yourself into the crowd. What are you doing as you get into the crowd? Are you waiting for a response from them, or are you just going to try and go?
I'm trying to make eye contact. I'm trying to at least wait until they look at me before I go anywhere.
You watch as this possession just like moves by, the crowd's parting. You can hear whispers, actually, of the crowds being like, is that who I think it is? It's like, oh my goodness, what the? As people are kind of shocked at this figure's appearance at this event. People just kind of wide-eyed stare in awe or just look down at the ground as he passes. And as he passes you, you see that he doesn't look up. But the other air genasi just kind of stops. Just from his head turns, just kind of slowly turns. And there's like a smirk across his face as he makes eye contact with you. And then he's in front of you as he's sort of, as he is going to try and grapple you. Go ahead and
I'll let him.
Okay, yeah, you're going to let him.
I don't look like Azram.
You kind of, in this rush, you feel these chains just kind of wrap around your body and constrict you.
Like acting. I be acting.
And as he's kind of pulling you, he says,
What did I do? I'm sorry. I'm sorry for whatever I did.
disappointing. I'm sorry. I thought you were someone else. As he sort of releases the bind.
I get that a lot.
You see that the chains are actually coming from these two kind of sickles that have chains that wrap around like his arms that go into his sleeves. And he just kind of like raises his hands and they just kind of disappear.
Sorry, I didn't mean to disrespect you, sir. Sir, ma'am, who are you?
He just kind of... and then... So strange. Everyone here is so strange. And then he just kind of appears back at his father's side as he sort of stops. As it does slow them down. The father just sort of stops for a moment and then just kind of side eyes this whole interaction. And then you hear him sort of talking. My apologies.
I'm eavesdropping.
Yeah, if Lidara saw them like interacting or like knew that Vincent was
like
doing
halfway
this, Lidara would probably be like, okay, well, that's all I had to show you. But you guys can go now. I won't take up your time. Sorry.
Okay. Thanks for the line, dude. Keep up the good work.
Look at you back.
Oh, absolutely. Wow, first sale of the day.
Oh, man.
Thanks for looking out for my store. He says, looking up
artist.
at you.
I'll buy something too, but I'll wait till they're gone. I'll come back.
Okay, that's no problem. You know where I'll be all day.
Oh my god.
Would Lidara notice that Auna was like kind of like noticing her? Like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Would she have perceived that he perceived her?
I'd say you would have figured out Auna is not one that to hide his kind of disdain or his like kind of suspicion. You would have caught that he didn't fully buy what you were saying, but you would have caught, and not with that roll. You wouldn't have caught. You would have caught that Auna is also being a little bit like standoffish and a little weird, a bit.
They're all just like, they're fine.
All right. Before they like walk away, she'll kind of grab his arm, and be like, give him a smile, and be like, have fun.
Auna stops for a moment,
Oh, man.
looking at you, and he doesn't He doesn't say anything at first. He just kind of looks at you.
Are you all right?
He kind of reaches backwards towards his bag, taking a breath, trying to think of what he wants to do next. And we cut back over to you eavesdropping. As you hear, my apologies, Father. I know that you could feel their presence, but it seems I mixed one other into this. You're sure that they're here? And he looks down and says, "It's none of your concern, boy." I'm just so excited to see them. As they kind of make their way forward.
What else did I notice about him when he grabbed me? When I was up close and personal?
You noticed, you got up close and personal, that this figure, quite a handsome figure, but
Of course he is.
this figure carries some of the same sort of like scars that Auna has.
Interesting.
And one major one that's over like the eye. That there is some scarring in the actual eye itself. Underneath the cloak, you can see some of the clothes similar to what Auna wears, the training sort of garb that he frequently wears a lot of the time as well.
Whoever's next to me in the crowd, can I like turn to them and be like, "Who was that? Why are they so violent?"
I don't know the figure I don't know who the figure who attacked you was, but that you don't know?
No, I've never seen. I just came up to look, and I didn't know that they were important.
That's First Legatus Usuasen of the Varen Principalities. He's the major strategist, the general of the Varen forces. I don't know why he would be here.
Vince's mouth is open.
It's kind of exhilarating to be in the presence of such a storied warrior, to be honest.
Yeah. I'm gonna go to the little boy's room. I'm gonna run away.
I have to pee.
While I'm running through the crowd, I'm gonna attempt to stealthily undisguise myself. I know that it's a little hard, but
Sure.
maybe behind like I don't know. Maybe
Most
behind
people are focused on this figure as he kind of makes his way through. As you're now getting the story, most of these people are like, it's like a major representative of the Varen army. It's like, this is huge. What does this mean? Why are they going to why are they conversing with the Merriment? Why is the major general of the Varen army here in the
This is
Witchwood
fucked,
Market?
actually.
Like what is happening? And then also in your head, why is the major general of the army also the person
the person
as you begin to rush back, undisguise yourself, you kind of break through the crowd, reach.
I'm running in.
You run in, you see Auna at this point is still there and has kind of just been silent, and he's begun to stumble over towards Lidara. And Azram, you're noticing that he's faltering.
Azram would be like, I don't know, we gotta go.
In this time, would they have left, or would they still be?
They're on their way.
They're on their way
They're
out.
on their
Okay.
way out, and Auna's stopped because Lidara sort of grabbed him.
I don't know how to stop this.
Azram, you
don't know how
sort
to
of
stop
say this, and Auna turns towards you.
Yeah, you guys should go.
We'll catch up later.
He's looking back and forth between you two. Go ahead and make a whatever check you think this is. Persuasion or intimidation, if you're trying to.
Would Lidara see that they're coming?
You're looking at Auna, who's looking back and forth at Azram and you. Azram, you rolled persuasion or intimidation to try and convince Auna not to say what he's about to say to Lidara.
I got a 16.
That's good enough.
Well, Lidara's seeing that they're coming. Like
You're seeing that the
yeah.
crowds are gathering, and you're seeing that that means that
Mm-hmm.
they're coming up on the entrance. You're holding on to Aona. He's looking at you. He's holding onto his bag. He doesn't quite know what to do. And as Azram kind of says this to him, he just kind of lets go and says, "We'll be safe. I just wanted to say the same to you," and begins to turn.
Wait, before you go, what's your favorite animal?
What?
I was going to get you one of these, but I don't know what your favorite animal is. She looks a little bit more panicked at this moment, but when she's trying.
Make a
Azram's
deception check.
Are you trying to flirt with him right in front of me?
Oh my god.
Flirt.
I'm literally right here.
No, I just was.
You seem a little sus, Lidara, and seems like maybe.
She takes a breath and she's like, "What am I rolling?"
You're looking at a deception check.
Face.
12.
12.
She was like, "Oh, there's snakes and a bear."
I'll have to. Sorry, I'll have to think on it a little bit. I don't fully have an answer for you. He says as he kind of quickly tries to turn around.
Are they still there?
They're at this point. They're starting to cross the threshold into the main square area.
She grabs his arm again.
Lidara, what?
Is there something you need to tell me?
She gives him a hug. She just throws her arms around his neck, and
Where's Dresden?
Dresden's there. Dresden's there. Dresden's kind of watching this and is kind of watching this and also making sure you're not turning around too. Is kind of looking towards this, and you wrap your arms around Aona. He just kind of freezes for a moment. Not entirely sure what to do.
It feels like she's holding on for dear life. But she will kind of say just quietly, just please be safe.
Aona, you see his cheeks go rosy as he just kind of returns the hug. He looks down and there's an aspect of a certain ability. A wind, a cold wind that when it blows past, you feel that sort of chill, something sink in. And under any other circumstances, the gale of wind coming from the sheer presence of that man walking into the Colosseum would strike absolute fear into Aona's heart. An immediate recognition. But right now, Aona is too warm to feel it. As the wind blows past him, and he doesn't notice. Azram, you feel a cold wind just kind of wash over you for a moment, stronger than any wind you've felt. And you have the choice to turn around.
Is he scared?
That cold wind brings with it a crushing force. It's fear. But it's fear caused by the memory you associate that wind with.